Okay, so docs, again, just like what we mentioned yesterday, if it's a very important, sensitive document like an agreement, right? So what we do is we still save it to our cloud storage, whether that's Google Drive or Dropbox, and then we reference the link in ClickUp. So that way as well, not everybody can access the link. So only the people who are invited to that particular document. But process documents, definitely that's for everybody to use. So it's okay to keep it in ClickUp. Just be mindful that ClickUp doesn't have a backup for docs. They don't do that for you. So make sure that you also keep, or from time to time, make sure to back up your ClickUp docs, especially if they are important ones. So what I do personally as well is I save the docs as templates so I can still access it anytime. So that could be like a yearly thing or a quarterly thing that you can do if you want to, if you have extensive knowledge base articles or documents. So make sure to back up your ClickUp Docs. And then I'll show how I use docs as well. So again, this is a free doc template that you can take a screenshot of or take a picture of, then you can download that later. Next would be timesheet. So as I've mentioned yesterday, ClickUp is a built-in time tracking. So we use it internally as well for our payroll and our time tracking. So we don't have to pay extra for external time tracking tools like Time Doctor, which is quite costly. HubStuff, and what's the other one? Harvest. There are a lot actually. I think Harvest and EverHour are the top picks for consultants because it integrates the best with ClickUp. But again, if I were in their position, I wouldn't actually use an external time tracker anymore because it just adds more confusion to the team members because they don't want, they want to keep tracking their time, but then they lose track of ClickUp as well. For time tracking, not all of the agencies are using or business owners are using time tracking, but you can also use it for setting time standards for a particular project or task. So use it to track or keep track of the time you spend in, let's say, creating a blog or editing a video, so that if once you have that estimate and that time standard, when you hire a new one, you know what to expect, and you can set KPIs, and that could be their scorecard and how well or how efficient they can execute a task. So at least you have a baseline. All right. So you can also again use time estimates in conjunction with time tracking. So the way it works is that, let's just say that you have a budget for a project. Let's say it's a web design and you have a budget of, let's say, 100 hours to build or design this website. And then the time tracking will help you then to make sure that you are still within budget. So the budget, the hours that you set, let's say the 100 hours, make sure that that translates with the total project value. And then the project manager can then keep track of the deliverables, making sure that the project is still within the time estimate that you set. So that's very helpful. It works hand in hand with the time estimate. And also in portfolio, in ClickUp, you have the option to see the time remaining. So that's the difference between the time estimate and the total time track. So that's another thing. And then of course, I touched on it a bit yesterday, which is clips. So use it to provide more clarity when giving instructions to your team. And you can also, I think now, before it's not available, but now you can keep a record or a library of all your clips. All right, so let's go and check the actual, those tools in real life. Okay, again, there are a lot of tools, not only docs and timesheets and clips. You also have whiteboards and goals. Goals we don't use a lot because it's still in its baby stage. We're still waiting for it to improve a lot. The same with the whiteboards. It works as a basic whiteboard, but I'm still using Miro. Sorry, I'm still using Lucidchart for our diagrams because again, I'm still waiting for whiteboards and goals to improve. Okay. So with Docs, it's very helpful as well because it's very similar to the editing or collaboration mechanism in Google Docs. So one thing that I like to do is to add a cover image at the top. So you can create a banner with your company logo, for example. So for us, we already have an available banner for virtual champions. So that saves us a lot, but it adds a bit of a personal touch whenever we're sending um, a document from within ClickUp. And then this is also what I use when sending proposals to clients. What I do in the emoji is you can also upload an avatar, and then I would search for the client's logo when I'm sending a proposal. So that adds a bit of personalization there when we're sending a proposal. So let's just say that our client is ClickUp, right? So that's how I would do a document. So it looks a bit nice. And then once you share this, you can actually share this publicly. Just click share and then share with anyone, and then copy the public link. It would look like a landing page. All right. And I think we have a webinar where we showed you how to create a client portal. So you know already what the capabilities of ClickUp Docs. So you can also, let's say this is a proposal, and your keystroke or your shortcut would be the slash command. So this is where you can find everything that you can embed in here. So you can even embed a video if that's an instructional video or a Figma design. So this is very, and also one of the reasons I like using ClickUp for process documents is because of this. Because I can embed a video in a ClickUp doc, and they can hit play on without leaving the ClickUp environment or without leaving the doc. So I'm not sure you can do that. I tried. I'm not sure if you can do that with a Google Doc, right? Because this, in a way, acts as a landing page. So that's one of the reasons why I prefer to use it for our knowledge-based articles. Okay, and then for timesheet, let me just show you. Go to more and then timesheets. So if you are an admin or I think a paid member, by default, you would see your timesheet here. So as you can see, it says my timesheet. You can also go back to previous weeks if you want to. And then you can toggle whether you want to see the billable ones or the non-billable ones. So for us, we use that. The billable ones are the ones charged to the clients. Anything internal that it's not administrative in nature or just meetings internal, that's non-billable. That's how we use that. And then if you are an admin, you have the option to see all timesheets, and you can filter the timesheet of, let's see Earl. Okay, and you will have a breakdown of the timesheet of each person, and then you can expand that as well. You can open. All right, you would see where they are over capacity or they have tracked more hours over the other days. So you can also choose multiple people if you want to. Okay, all right. Questions so far? Then let's move to views because this is quite extensive as well. Okay, ClickUp Wiki is only available in Business Plus. In Business, you can assign a ClickUp Wiki. So what that means is that, let me just go and share back ClickUp. So we have Business Plus, and this is one of the reasons we wanted the Business Plus. You can set multiple wikis here. So as you can see, this is marked as a wiki. This as well. So you see that check mark right there, that those are wikis. So that means that this is a knowledge base. So whenever we're doing Command or Control K, which is the unified search in ClickUp, when I search for BIR registration, so what the search function would do is that it will look for the information, and the first priority of the source of the information would be the wikis. Okay, So that's the priority source of knowledge. Once you mark it as a wiki, then the search will go search there first. It's a priority compared to other documents. So that's what it means. Unfortunately, in business, you can only assign one, but for us, we have quite an extensive knowledge base, so it's not ideal to put everything in one document, because if it has like hundreds of pages, then it loads slowly. So for us, we separated them per department to make it load faster in a way. Yeah, because I've seen clients who just they used only one document for everything, and then it takes time to load. So that's not yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. So this is the reason why we upgraded to Business Plus as well.
Thank you so much for watching our video. We hope you found the content helpful and insightful. If you're ready to dive deeper and get a more comprehensive step-by-step guide on using ClickUp, we invite you to join our full course. Our course is packed with detailed lessons, practical tips, and hands-on training designed to help business owners optimize their processes or to empower virtual assistants to take their skills to the next level. Whether you want to streamline your business operations or become a ClickUp expert, we've got something for you. Enroll now and get lifetime access to exclusive content, expert guidance, and all the tools you need to succeed. Click the link in the captions to start your journey with us today. Once again, thank you for watching, and we can't wait to see you in our course. Let's take the next step together and make your goals a reality.